This is not the story of a princess from the moon. It is the story of two old people who raised a child they were never meant to keep. Tonight, I'll tell you a story from Japan. There was an old man who cut bamboo. Every night he walked into the grove, the cold air, the tall green stalks, the quiet. One night something was different. One stalk of bamboo was glowing, a soft light, coming from the inside. He had never seen anything like it. Slowly he stepped closer. He cut the stalk open. Inside there was a child, so small, no bigger than his hand. She was sleeping in the light. The old man stood very still. Then he reached down and lifted her, the way you lift something you are afraid to wake. And he carried her home through the dark. His wife was waiting by the fire. They had no children. They had stopped hoping a long time ago. When he opened his hands, she did not say anything. She just looked. And then, quietly, she began to cry. They wrapped the child in warm cloth, and that night the small house was full. The child grew, faster than children do. In 3 months she was a young woman. The old couple watched it happen. They did not understand it, but they loved her, so they did not ask. And every day the house seemed a little brighter, as if she carried light with her wherever she went. And she was beautiful, in a way no one could quite describe. When she passed a window, people stopped. When she turned her head, the room went quiet. There was something in her face that did not seem to belong here. A softness, a light under the skin. People came from far away, just to look at her. Men came to ask for her. Rich men, powerful men. They came one by one and waited at the gate. She gave each of them an answer he could not keep. So they left, one by one, and none of them stayed. Even the emperor heard of her. He sent word, and then he came himself. He asked her to live in the palace, to be his. She lowered her head, and gently she said no. He had never heard that word before, but he did not force her. He could see that it would be wrong. After that, she changed. In the evenings, she sat by the window, looking at the moon. For a long time. She looked at it the way you look at a place you have been away from for too long. Her mother watched her from the doorway and felt afraid without knowing why. One night she told them the truth. She was not from here. She was from the moon, and on the next full moon they would come for her. She would have to go. The old man took her hands. "We will not let them take you," he said. She did not answer. She only looked at him. The emperor sent soldiers, hundreds of them. They stood around the small house, on the roof, in the garden. waiting for the moon. Inside, the old couple held her between them, as if their arms could keep the sky away. The night was very still. Then the moon rose, and the light came down, something brighter than moonlight. The soldiers could not move. Their arms would not lift. The whole night turned white, and out of the light they came for her. They brought a robe of feathers. They said it would take away every memory of this world. Once she wore it, she would forget the house, the fire, the two old people who loved her. She turned to them before they could put it on, and she looked at them for a long time, like a daughter leaving home. And then the robe was on her. Something in her face went quiet. The grief left her, and so did everything else. She rose into the light. She did not look back. She could not. There was nothing left in her to look back with. The light closed. The soldiers could move again, but there was nothing left to do. In the small house, the fire was still burning. Two old people sat beside it, and far above them the moon was full, bright, and far away, the way it had always been. The oldest story in Japan is about a girl who came from the moon. People have told it for more than 1,000 years. Maybe because everyone somewhere knows the feeling of loving something you cannot keep. And on quiet nights when the moon is full, some people still look up and wonder if someone is looking back. I keep thinking about the moment she looked at them, before she forgot everything. I think she wanted to remember them just a little longer. I wonder what you would have wanted in her place. What about you? Good night.